What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking in the barracks. If you're a returning subscriber, then special welcome back to you guys. How you guys been? Dude, how are your kids? I remember you. Anyways, as you guys just saw, I gave this thing a much needed shower. This thing has been sitting for 10 years plus, and it definitely needed a good dusting off. We gave the engine bay a nice little wash too. As you guys can see, it doesn't look as bad as it used to. I know you guys don't really know how dirty this thing was, and you really can't tell with the faded spray can paint job, but it's definitely a lot cleaner. I also went ahead and I finally got rid of the spares that it had on. If you guys didn't know, when I bought the car, I actually found the car sitting on the ground, and that day my buddy Chris actually let me use his wheels, and then I had to give them back to him, so I went ahead and bought 5 dummies just to not have this thing sitting on the ground. Now these wheels are temporary, but they will do the job, get this thing moving around. But this wheel fitment, kind of monster trucking it right now, but that's all right, we're not worried about that. So today's plan of attack is assessing the damage on this thing, see what needs to be done, and what I mean by that is the rust. Obviously, there is a major rust problem on the A-pillar of this car. The rest of the car has a lot of surface rust. Might be pretty bad under the windshield here too. And this quarter panel scares me a little bit too, because all this thing is actually full of Bondo. You kind of see it through here, it's starting to crack. And my guess is somebody rolled these fenders because they're pretty chewed up right here. And then these S chassis, when you roll the fenders and you're not careful, for some reason they get a giant dent here. I'm guessing that's what happened. They went ahead and filled in that dent with Bondo, did the best that they could. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start removing things on this car. I'm also gonna go ahead and start pulling things from the engine bay because I want this thing to be sparkling clean, because we're gonna redo everything on this car, and I mean everything. So with the hood, this is an OEM hood. This whole front end is OEM Nissan Silvia, metal fenders, metal hood, original bumper. But this hood, the hinge is actually already broken. So we really only have to remove the bolts on this side. Either these two or these two, and the whole hood will come off. Alright, so I got this cowl piece off, the cowl trim right here. But man, these wipers do not want to come off. I'm gonna have to get a pulley set or something to pull these things off, because man, they're on there. So let's go ahead and take off, for now, all this. Let's see if we can just pull it off in one go. There we go. Toss that over there. And this whole seal right here, absolute trash, because it failed, and that's why everything started rusting. This thing is gonna be rough, I already know it. So now we're gonna have to come inside the car, and we gotta remove this headliner so we can get behind this part of the glass, so we can start cutting all the adhesive holding the glass on. Thankfully, the mirror isn't attached to the glass, so it's gonna make it a lot easier. So let's go ahead and pull this back a little bit. All right, guys, so I went ahead and took off the things that we needed, like the sun visor, rear view mirror, and the A-pillar trims. We got these suction cups right here ready to go. Now, I've never pulled a windshield before in my life, but we're gonna go ahead and try. Got some suction cup handles ready to go, and we're gonna try using this Harbor Freight kit, good old Harbor Freight. Heard that this wire tends to snap easily, so hopefully it does the job, but we'll see. Basically the way it works, this little fork thing here, you feed the wire through it, you poke a hole through the adhesive to feed the wire, and you use the two handles to kind of start sawing through the adhesive that's holding the windshield on. Do that all the way around and the windshield should pull. Like I said, I've never done that before, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna try my best, and if we break the windshield, then it's like 500 bucks I'm gonna have to spend, but I guess we'll go ahead and try it. Alright, so there you guys have it. The windshield is off. I did set it down on the floor. Doesn't really matter anymore if it breaks. It's already cracked. We're gonna have to get a new windshield. But now we can finally access this pillar. We still gotta remove the molding here, but man, this thing, I don't know guys, it's not looking good, but oh, this is actually coming off pretty easy. You know what? Yeah, this pillar is cooked, man. Look at this. There's years of being abandoned in the sun, rain just pulling up right here. It's still wet, maybe because I just washed it, but that is definitely what caused this to rust away. Now, everything else is fine. We definitely sawed into the dash. This dash is absolutely cooked anyway. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna have to fix it or find a new one or one of those covers. But let's peel all this off. Now this came off a lot easier than I expected, which means that obviously the glue wasn't holding on very well. So that means water was seeping through. You can see this whole thing has rust on it now. A lot of it is pretty bad. We got chunks falling off. Go ahead and use a vacuum to clean all that up. But I'm gonna take a wire wheel to it and see how bad it really is. See if we can bring it back. What do you guys think? Is this thing even worth saving? To me it is. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of money. But I think we can get it done. I have faith in my boys, and we know what we're doing. All right, so now I'm just gonna use a vacuum to clean all the little rust flakes that are sitting on the sill. It's gonna be pretty quick, and we'll really start to see how bad this little edge is. Alright guys, so I went ahead and removed the A pillar molding and the door seal so we can get a better look at what's going on. So now all this is exposed. You can see on this side, absolutely crunchy, munchy, rusty, dusty. Not good. Obviously the adhesive failed, water sat, and it just started eating away at the whole metal. And then on this side, it is absolutely beautiful. You guys can't tell by now, this car was originally a two-tone before Dave Coleman spray painted it black, but super clean and then super crunchy. So plan of attack is going to be to drill out the spot welds. You can see, I think you can see that on camera, all these little divots in there. They're spot welds that hold the sheet metal together. So we'll drill out the spot welds on both sides, probably cut right around here or right above the brazing. We kind of have to cut above this little thing, so right around here. And then once we remove the fender, we'll see how bad it is. I think it's not that bad. I think the rust actually stops here, so we'll probably make a line and cut right around there. We do have our spare pillar right here, and we'll do the same, cut right around here, right above here. drill out the spot welds and take this top piece, because you guys don't know, the A-pillar is actually, I believe it's 3 pieces of sheet metal stacked together. You can see the line here where the A-pillar and the roof actually meet, but I think this piece on the inside, there might be a reinforcement on the middle. I'm not too sure, but this inside piece is clean, thankfully. So all it is this top shelf that meets with the roof. There's a brazing right here, and then A-pillar goes all the way down. We'll chop it here, drill spot welds, and we'll be good to go. Now, by no means am I a welder or a body guy. I'm learning as we go, but I think we can get it done. I've got a couple of good friends that can help me out. I know welders, and I need some extra hands. So my guys, where are you guys at? So hopefully next time I'll have some extra hands, be easier to film too. But there you guys have it. This thing is starting to look mean. Now it looks like a project. Hood gone, glass gone. Like I said, unfortunately, we did break the glass. But it's not an OEM glass anyway, so we'll go ahead and source one out. I know a guy. But that's gonna be it for today. I'm tired, it's hot, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give this video a like. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to stay tuned as we build this thing, I recommend you do, because it's going to be one sick build. It's going to be long, but it's going to be so worth it. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next time. Peace.